Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of my SimAirport series. Today in episode number 7, we are going up, and we are going up in the world with escalators. So, since the end of the last episode, there has been quite a few changes. First of all, to note, as we can see, this entrance area, it's not changed too much actually. I've gone ahead and got rid of some benches, because I needed to go ahead and put in escalators. Changed the flooring type a little bit. And then I've gone ahead and added in these flight info kiosks. They used to be up against benches, but they're no longer. And then also moved the flight boards. On top of that, I've also gone ahead and put the down escalators in. And then removed some benches. And I've also removed the arcade area to over here. Just because it was going to be blocking stuff and it was going to be in the way, which was not ideal. Then the upstairs area currently looks like this. So nothing exciting at all, but it is very much there now for future expansion, which is good. Then if we go back down to the grounds, we are also going ahead, and I have been working on research as well. So I've gone ahead and completed upgraded buses, which is a good thing. And I've also been accumulating a bit of money. Arguably a lot of it has gone on escalators, because they cost $45,000 a pop. So that's where a lot of my money has gone. But we have gone ahead and completely upgraded buses, which is good. So now, as we can see, it doesn't give me options in here. I'm not really at all sure what I need for this, because if I even hover over it, it won't actually tell me what I need to unlock. But it'll probably be some more research. My guess it might be some officer I might need to go ahead and implement or something. But anyway, transport capacity is the big thing. So this used to be at 75, but since I've completed the upgraded bus research, it's now at 150, which is perfect. It's sending 2 buses at once, so it's gone ahead and allowed for this line, because in the last episode it was right in the middle of all this, and we weren't providing enough capacity. But now, with this change, things are looking much better. Right, okay, so what are we going to do this episode? Well, quite a few different things. We've got a lot of different things to add to, we've got to change, we need to go ahead and also work towards the large gate, which requires some infrastructure upgrades. So, not just your typical in-terminal stuff, but you're also out-of-terminal stuff as well, which is very important. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and expand what I've got upstairs. So right now, I just need to actually put my finger down on it because I don't have a marker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a small corridor which is going to extend back here. As we can see, people are coming up and down quite randomly, which is odd, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build back to here. And this is going to become a staff-only area, and this is where all the offices are going to go. So the offices are all going to go up here, probably up in this corner here actually, which is fine. So if we go ahead and do something like that, I'm just going to have a large corridor of offices, so they're all grouped together up here. I think that would be much better going forwards. Then I would also like to go ahead and add in some more seating up here too, because the big thing is, if we go back down, we've removed a lot of seating in an area which I already thought didn't have enough seating, so it's a bit of an issue, which I do need to go ahead and resolve. Also, people are coming up the escalator for no reason right now, so there needs to be sort of more of a purpose going forward, I think, as well. Right, let me go ahead and expand that, and the builders will take a while. They take a lot longer to build areas upstairs, just because for some reason they don't come upstairs and do it, they do it from downstairs. As we can see, they're currently interrupting security a little bit, but all in all, it will be worth it in the long run once they're done. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make some changes just on the floor here and go ahead and accommodate for a bit of a better system, so we'll allow for that change there. And I also want to go ahead into benches and see if we can add in some nice additions here. Actually, you know what? I don't want that there. I want to add in more flight boards actually, because say for example you're first class, and we're going to have a first class and flight crew lounges upstairs. We're going to go ahead and people are going to come through security, walk past the boards and go upstairs straight to the lounge. Then I'll have some of these in the lounge, but when they come down from the lounge, they might need to go ahead and look at things again. So we'll go ahead and have a very similar setup to what we had before, though I'm actually going to move it back one, just because I think that would be a little bit better. It gives a little bit more room. So let me go ahead and grab flight stuff here, which 1, 2, 3, which is fine, and then this is all just going to help out with customer satisfaction. And also, one of the stats is also related to information as well, so that's really high, and I want to keep that really high, because it's one which I've always done well in. And environment as well is so much better than it once was. I'm very, very happy about that as well. Okay, so with that change, that's not much of a change, but it will improve things in the airport. But again, seating is a problem, so that'll be resolved upstairs. Now, as we can see, we've got lots of seats down the bottom here, but we don't have extra commodities like vending machines, for example, or that, so we're going to go ahead and add all of this in now. So if we go into objects, we're going to get like a pedal stand in here maybe, though you're too wide. We can get some ATMs in here, that's for sure. ATMs are extremely popular in this airport. I've got 2 of them in action over here, but we can go ahead and add in 4 over here. Then what I want to go ahead and do is just see what else we can really fit in, to be honest. So we could do some more advertising stuff, but I think I'm okay. Let's add in a new electronics vending machine, 2 drinks vending machines. Let's go ahead and add in some food vending machines. Let's go ahead and add in some trash cans, arguably the most important thing in the airport which I need. So we can go ahead and spread these out a little bit, just over a few different locations really. What else can we fit in here? Newsstand can fit in, which is good. So you're in there, so that might sell some papers. Anything else? Not really, it doesn't look like. So I can quite easily go ahead and just leave the other parts blank for now and just really see what the demand is. Phone charging stations I think would be a good idea actually, so let's get 2 of them in here. And outside of that, I think I'm quite happy. We can maybe add in another one of these desks over here. But that works out nicely, so it just adds a little bit more to the airport as well, you know. Coffee makers, I would put them out here, but they also require a certain area, which isn't quite going to work here as it is right now. Okay, so we managed to spend quite a bit of money there actually, I think, on all of those upgrades. I mean, ATMs cost quite a bit of money. I'm guessing some of the other machines do as well, so, but it'll all be worth it in the future, and a lot of those will actually make us back money as well, which will be a better increase in revenue. Very much the builders are taking a long time. They're still working on this expansion here. It takes so long to do stuff like this, because they've not even started working on this area at the bottom of the escalators yet, which I thought would be a bit of a higher priority. Okay, so with this upgrade upstairs, this is the next thing we're going to work on. We're going to try and get everything upstairs, all these offices along here. So what I'm going to have to do first of all is already extend this, which is not good, but we'll leave it for the time being. Yeah, this will work actually perfect, what I've got in my head. So do that expansion there, which they won't do first, but I'm not in any rush for them to do first. So let me go ahead. All offices are going to be 4x4 going forward here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another wall. That is 4, yeah. Okay, so we're not actually going to get too many offices in here, but we're going to have a double corridor. We're going to have a conference room. We're going to have an eating area. We're going to have a reception. There's going to be a lot of stuff up here, which will very much be worth it. So right now we can get 3 offices in here. I don't know how this airport is going to expand, to be honest, so we'll just go ahead and have them across the corridor for the time being. Currently I need to accommodate 1, 2, 3, only 4 offices, which is fine, so I will build for that, I guess, as well. So let me go ahead and clear this bit here, and this bit there. Then I want to go ahead and foundation. We need a 6x6 in here if we're putting in a 4 office. Or no, it doesn't need to go back that much. We need... is that what we need? No, we do need a 6x6, don't we? Yeah, because we need to do all the walls. Yep, right, okay, so that's that office going in there. So the office would be in the middle, which should be a 4x4. Yep, so that's fine. Right, again, just going to take a little bit of time, but we can start to go ahead and do stuff here. So what I will allow for is we're going to have some more guided good old pathways. Now, because realistically going forwards, we're going to have this upper stage or area is going to be quite drastically different to the lower downstage. So, gonna go ahead and make this path 3 wide. Now, we're gonna have queues actually for gates over here realistically going forward, so gonna be quite some change. Though we're not actually going to have any here just because these are small gates, but any gates further down which are going to be larger gates, I can't see myself ever building any more smaller gates. They are going to be double tiered, so I'm going to have queues on the ground floor and also the second floor or first floor, whatever you want to call it, so that could be a little bit more problematic. But for the time being I can just go ahead and add in some benches up here as well. So let me go ahead and expand this area like that, just to allow for some more seating, and then probably towards the end of the episode we'll start to maybe add in a first class lounge or something along those lines. As we can see, the builders, they're still not doing a bad job, but I wish, it's just with the second story stuff, they don't actually come upstairs and build it, which is kind of frustrating. Anyway, let's go back downstairs. How are we doing with regards to our flights? I think we're doing surprisingly well actually. I'm tempted to go ahead and try and raise more capital, or could just take out another loan. I'm tempted by that. But I mean, what else are we going to work on for the time being? I just need to get the builders to build. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hire more builders. We're going to hire 2 more workmen to go ahead and speed things up. I also want to go ahead and start to think about the runway expansion as well. This runway needs sorted out, and that's one thing we can do is deal with maintenance thresholds, because now we've got that unlocked down. So we're wanting to go into the COGS, Operational Control Panel Maintenance. As we can see, basically what we're going to have is if anything gets under a certain percent in maintenance, it's going to have to be fixed. So urinals are 70, phone charging, this stuff isn't overly high priority. Baggage scanners are a much higher priority, so you'll be 85. Runway will also be at 85. Then arcade games is a 70 sort of thing, I would say, and then aircraft gates are, I do want to keep these in very good condition as well, so they'll be at 85, so everything flying related is at 85, and then everything which is additional, I guess toilets are partially flying related, probably not quite directly, they're indirectly connected. And then arcade games and phone charging, that's just additional services which the airport chooses to supply, but isn't required. Okay, so that urinals actually needs total repairs. A lot of the stuff in the bathroom here needs repaired, so at least the maintenance guys or my builders will get onto that shortly. How are the gates doing? I mean, this gate here is at 93%, quite good. You're at 96 and you're at 98, so gates don't diminish that quickly. The runway is taking a beating though, so that will get some maintenance. We did some maintenance on that, I think, by episode number 4, so it's nice to see it's getting a bit more TLC. And then on top of that, baggage scanners. Some of these baggage scanners are not in good nick at all. This one's at 23, which is awful. It must be 23 and 34. These must be some of the old school original ones, which kind of makes sense because they're at the top. Hence why these ones at the bottom are doing very well. They're on 90%. Alright. Big progress so far this episode. I am very, very happy indeed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, it's just taking you guys so long, isn't it? We can actually start to build in the offices though, which is a good idea, so that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to have is typically we're just going to have a corridor that comes through here. Like so. This will be a guided walkway area as well. We're going to have to add some more foundation in here as time goes on. What we can do is we can actually start to build these offices. Yeah, see, I didn't think that was going to be a 4x4. Also, the corridor's too small, which is a bit of an issue. So let's cancel that carpet building. I need the corridor to be at least 2 wide. So let me go ahead and grab more foundations and let's stick that in there like that. The good thing is these offices are good to go, so we can go ahead and add in your carpets and then that carpet there. We can go ahead and grab our clear tool. This will all make sense very, very shortly. So let's clear that back there. Let me go ahead and grab the wall tool, and we need a new wall in there. So we are getting somewhere, which is nice to see. Let me go ahead and clear this area here. which is nice. Gonna need to go ahead and expand into this area there and that area there if we're gonna build into it. And then I'm probably gonna have to build this area back a bit more as well, which is fine. I am prepared now to take out loans, which isn't a problem at all, I don't think. What I could do is I could block this gap off, actually. I think that would be a tiny bit of a better idea. So let's allow for that. So, gonna block this off with like bins, for example. I think it would just be better, and people would have to go round the escalators going forward. I can quite easily allow for that. I think that's gonna be a good idea. So gonna do in these corners here too. And as the builders get onto this, we can now start to build some more of these guided walkways. Okay, so we want to build, what, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, some more there. So it'll all make sense once it's built, and then we'll have that bit running around there, which is fine. So this allows me to now go ahead and build much larger carpeted areas. We're going to get some benches in here pretty quickly, so people want to wait in the quiet, they can. I'm expecting this bottom side now to be a lot more busier, just because it's got food vending machines and other similar items, so I am expecting it to be less quiet than it once was. As we can see, quite a lot of people are charging their phones, so we might go ahead and add in some more phone chargers while we're at it as well, just because those are the first 2 in the airport, so looks like they have a fair demand, and if we can go ahead and make those customers a little bit more satisfied, then we might as well go ahead and do so. I'm assuming it would improve the boredom rating, but outside of that, I'm not really at all sure if it helped any of the other satisfaction areas anyway. Alright. Good progress, good progress, good progress. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is, I want to start baggage systems, but I need so much more money for that, so we're not going to get to that stage. What we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs and we're going to see how work's going on up here. So really, really good, in fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this whole area out here. What we're going to do is we're going to add in a special door into this area, because this is going to be like a staff-only area, if you will. I'm going to pretend it is, and same there with this corridor, though we might fill in these areas as time goes on. And then what I'm going to do is we're just going to have the special flooring in here. What I mean by the special flooring is just the blue normal flooring, which is just like special areas. The security area also shares this flooring, which is fine. So let's go ahead and build that there. Build you right up here, up to the end here. Now we can actually start to build these offices and just, I guess, empty out the ones downstairs. So let's build doors there and there. Let's build another door there and there. Let's go ahead and jump into office supply. So these offices are going to be a tiny bit better than the ones downstairs, that's for sure. So let's build these offices. Let's go for coffee makers in every one of them. I think that's a good idea. So let's do that. And stick you there. Now we're going to go for office chairs and office desks. Let me build the desks first so I can see where I want to put the chair. So we'll put you in the corners, like so, which doesn't affect the doors in any way. And then finally let's get the chairs in. So that chair will go there, that chair will go there, there. Blocked by pending construction of what? I'm unsure why I can't put a chair. I'll put the chair in the corner. And again, can't do that there either. It must be to do with the desks, actually. So let me go ahead and wait for them to build the desks. And I think we should probably also add in maybe a flower or something as well. Or more like an indoor plant. I'll never call it a flower again. Indoor plant is really what I'm after. So decorative tree in these offices as well, I think would be a nice addition. So let's allow for that. So offices just have a little bit more to them now than they once did before. On top of that, these workmen are running around like crazy people, but they are doing an exceptionally good job, so let's fill all that in there. As we can see, these offices are really starting to come to life now, and we can go ahead, and I'm not really at all sure what we'll fill this foyer area up with yet, but I would like to have some pretend other desks, maybe some seating, water coolers, all that sort of stuff. Right, okay, we're going to remove these coffee machines, because I forgot what they require, but we can add in water machines. They do not require a kitchen zone. Coffee machines do require kitchen zones just because they need to be restocked quite complex. but we can have water machines. Okay, maybe not. I swear there was water machines in this game last time I played. Maybe not. Right, okay, fair enough. We'll go ahead and just add in the chairs, and that's these new offices sorted, which is nice. We need office chairs. So let's go ahead and build these office chairs. Although I don't really want you guys there. I don't know why I've done that. Let's get yous in there, there, and that's finally, you're already in. So that's good. So that's us now got 4 new offices up here, which is nice to see. Let me go ahead, before we open these offices, let's go ahead and... I realise passengers still can walk into this area, but I'm sort of just imagining it in my head, sort of just playing along with my ideas. Let's go ahead and clear this. That's going to be the guided walkway round here. Then let's add in some more just normal carpet, I guess, for now. Let me go ahead and expand this normal carpeted area like so. Let's go ahead and clear this bit back. And then I just want to get some benches in here pretty quickly. So let's get some benches. Let's go for something like that. So this should just go ahead and make things a little bit better. I wonder if any customers will come and sit up here actually. I'm kind of unsure for the time being. But at least the option is now there for them to do so. Pause. I need to go ahead and make this symmetrical in my head here, so we need to go ahead and cut these back. We're going to have millions of these benches eventually anyway, so it's okay if I order them in and then I move the location. So there we go, just a bit more symmetrical for my liking. And then we can go ahead, I mean this whole area needs a bit more TLC to be honest, but I mean all this will come in due course. I will finally go ahead and fill in this here. Go ahead and sort this out here. That will run to there and there. And all in all, I'm quite happy with how things are looking up here. So still a long way to go, but at least we've got these offices in now. So I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to remove these old offices. Especially this bit here, because this bit here was very much only a temporary solution. So we'll go ahead and dismantle the items in these offices. You guys will be escorted to your new offices upstairs. Same with the one here, the finance VP's office. This is going to become a larger baggage area now. Again, probably temporarily because we will build a large baggage hall at some stage. I also want to go ahead and do the same with the CFO's office. So all of these are going to jump upstairs, which is fine. So these are just vacant offices. And now if I go upstairs, we can see that all these offices now have been occupied, which is good. Everyone is now grouped together, which I'm happy about. So with that said, we can now go ahead and do some clearing. So let's clear that area there. Let's clear this area here. Let's go ahead and also, I do want to clear this area, but what we're going to do is we're going to expand this area while we can. Can't build any more there, so this is going to become another wee just ticket kiosk area, which you can go ahead and pick up your tickets. Because, I mean, I don't know how I want to do this, but we are going to have to extend it backwards as time goes on here. Okay, so let me just dezone as well, that's quite important. Dezone this here, dezone that there. Then let's go ahead and also do that there. Now we can go ahead and get on with our new workings. So we're going to go ahead and expand ticketing into there, which is fine. So that carries on from that other area. Then with regards to the baggage claim, it's going to come slightly larger as well, like so. Finally, I want to sort out the carpeting issue, so let's go ahead and fill that in there. Then I want to go ahead, I will carpet this area in, but I don't actually know what's going to go here yet, so we'll leave it blank for the time being. Carpet that in. Let's go ahead and dismantle you and dismantle you. Then let's jump back into here. Let's go for ticketing. Need to wait for the builders to get everything down, but we're just going to add in lots more ticket kiosks, as we can see here, which is going to be ideal. So that means now we've got an extension to what we have over here. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And this is us really building for the future here. As we can see, getting a lot of people coming in for their tickets to pick them up. I know these cost quite a bit of money, but it will be worth it in the long term. Okay, so we're just about at the end of this episode now. As we can see, we've got a greater seating area up here, which is nice. What we are going to do is go ahead and start on a food restaurant though. That's something I really am keen to do. Just again, something different. It's going to take quite a while until we can get another gate in operation, but I feel we're gaining enough money now, which is okay. So let's go ahead and expand this bit here. I would also like to expand this bit here. We're going to add in new toilets in this area here too. And then let's fill that bit in there. So that'll take the workers some time. Then I also want to go ahead and build a really large restaurant. The restaurant is going to be seriously big. It's going to be about that big. So we're going to go ahead and allow for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and let this game fill all these areas in. So I've let the game run for a long time, and I've gone ahead and done one or two little other building things. So we're going to be building a new exit corridor. This one's going to be slightly wider. As you can sort of see, we're going to have guided pathways in the middle, then we're going to have blue and blue. But in that blue area I'm going to add more bushes, because I want to go ahead and again try and increase the environmental, and that would be a good place to do it, I think. On top of that as well, we're not going to increase security size right now, but this gives us a lot of room if we want to ever increase security. We can go ahead and do that, so that's one of the changes. Then upstairs things have quite drastically changed in fact. As you can see, a lot more seating going in now. It's taking its time, but it will get there. I've also, I guess, started to build a new office, just again for when we hire another I think a CTO we still need to get. And I think that's actually it. He'll need an office, but it's good to just go ahead and have that ready for when I do hire that person. This is where the restaurant and kitchen will go eventually. However, again, that's going to start off in the next episode because, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about out of time. So, things are, I feel that the series has been going quite slow. It's quite strange. I feel not a lot is happening in each episode, but with that expansion, we are going ahead. I feel I'm doing a lot of stuff over and over again, and that's because I'm accommodating for a expansion of airports. This is the third, maybe even fourth exit column that I've gone ahead and built, just because of the fact that I've always been lowering and extending my airports. This should be the last one though we build, because this will be quite permanent, and I can never see security needing to be much bigger than that. Or if we do, we can add a second security area for a different finger, but then again, I mean, I don't really know what the future holds with regards to that. Then on top of that as well, it's just all the little things, they all do add up. I'm waiting for a lot of building to happen as well, so everything just takes time, and by the time it all happens, I'm very much having to do some research, finance stuff, so I'm not just getting to go ahead and get to work towards my long-term goals straight away, which is kind of unfortunate, but I guess that's like everything, you can't just jump right to the end, so I do apologise if it is taking a bit longer. Finally back into the profit, which is good, though I say that and it goes to midnight and we go ahead and get deducted taxes and that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are going. That's pretty much everything sorted out now, so as you can see, this is the real idea for what will be going on, so lots of expansion into the future. In the next episode, it's going to be the restaurant. It's going to sort out offices, one or two things, add a lot more detail into here. Then we are really, I promise you, work towards this large gate, because now we've got this upstairs properly kitted out, we can really start to do that. For that, we need to sort out taxiways, we need to sort out runways, we need to go ahead and also deal with baggage claim. Baggage claim will start the next episode. I'll start to do some research onto that, and all should be good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this episode, so hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into that comment section below, give me some feedback. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon, links are in the description below. And that's all for this video, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.